So I'm going to do a do-it-yourself project on this dresser. I've cleaned it. I want to change it a different color and just dress it. So I'm gonna see how that turns out. So this is a do-it-yourself video, guys. I did want to do a spray painting project, which I've never done before. So I picked up this piece that you see here from the Goodwill, and it was about $22, and I went ahead and picked up some spray paint from Walmart. They had a lot of different selections, but I ran with this one. I wanted a matte finish, so I picked a matte type of airbrush. It's in the blue color, real pretty blue color, and just went ahead and got that. So this is what I did. I had to make sure that I put the whole room basically is just covered up, even the floor, just to make sure that it didn't get all over the place. And then I went ahead and start applying the spray paint. Now with this spray paint, I did not know how to spray paint. Like I said, I've never done it before, so I had to figure it out. If you notice in the beginning, I did go ahead and just spray a little bit onto the cardboard that I had on the floor. I was just trying to figure out the consistency, how it came out. And then from there I shook because I want to make sure that it came out evenly. So I had to get a rhythm. As you can see here, it's splotchy. I was trying to figure out my rhythm just by putting it on. When I did finally get a rhythm, I realized the best way to go about it is going across and down. So horizontally and vertically, basically. You're just going horizontally and vertically, and that's what I did throughout the whole piece, the whole time, once I finally figured out my rhythm. So if you can see here, I'm just spray painting one side like that. I would go from side to side doing that, or I would do half doing that and then do the other half the same way. As long as I kept that up and down and side to side rhythm, it just gave it a good application, I noticed. And so I ended up doing around three coats, and between each coat I took a 10-minute break. 10 minutes is what you need basically, just to try and let it dry before you put down the next coat. Now you could prime in between coats, which is just basically sanding it. But since I had a matte finish, I really did not need to do that, because that just makes it a little bit more duller. Since I had a matte finish, I already would have been happy with the color that it was taking to, because I wanted that dull look. This one was built in with a primer, so I did not have to prime at all, which you would prime before you start if you wanted like an even surface all over. Just kind of like makeup, guys. If you want an even surface all over, you gotta use a primer first before you put the application of the actual makeup on. Same thing with this. Gotta use a primer first, or a built-in primer, before you actually put on the actual spray paint. So that's what I did. I bought one with a primer so I can knock it all out at the same time. And like I said, I did 3 applications. I was happy about that, because when I saw someone do this before, when I was researching it, she did 6 applications. I think it was 6 or 9. She did a lot. And so I bought about 6 of these things, of these containers, just to make sure I have enough, but I only end up using 2. So it worked out pretty good. 2 got me a full even coverage. It took just as if it looked on the actual container, which I was pretty happy about. And like I said, I only did 3 actual applications, and that was it. I probably could have got away with 2.5, but I started wanting to go into the detail a little bit more, just to make sure that it was covered up. And I was distressing it at first, like I said in the beginning of the video, but then I didn't really have enough detail on the front end, which is the face of it, which is where I was distressing, to do that. I think you would need a little bit more detail to do that, so that it'll look right. Which, when I say distress, is meaning I took like some grit paper and I was just basically sanding down those areas where it would have been detailed, just to bring the brown back into the picture, which would be like a distress. But this was not a piece that would require distressing once I start trying to do it. So I just, then again, airbrushed right back over it, and, or should I say spray paint, I keep saying airbrush, right back over it, and then basically just got it back to that matte finish throughout the whole actual piece. So I was pretty happy with it. Came out pretty good. And yeah, I would suggest you try it. I thought it was going to be hard, but it was not hard at all. It didn't take a lot of time. Like I said, I took those 10-minute breaks in between. This is it when it's wet, and this is it when it's dry and finished. And I have one piece off, which is in the drawer. I didn't want to put it back on until I was completely done and it was dry. This is my do-it-yourself project. I have another piece I brought from the Goodwill for $19, a TV stand. I'm going to do it the same exact color. If you guys want to see it, let me know. All right, deuces.